Please welcome the Pelbros Podcast.
No, everyone sit down. No, don't. For me. Don't be clapping for me. No, sit down. You guys are too much. Oh my god. Thank you guys so much, guys. Oh my god.
Do you have to put on that accent?
Well, what do you mean, what accent? This is me, James. Don't you know? This is who I am. This is the coronavirus things are going crazy. I just want to live the one life I know, who I really am inside. What, no comment?
No comment.
He doesn't want to go to jail? Yeah, obviously. Yeah, apologies for... That's like, listen, I got complete love for everyone. You know, if you want to do your own thing, that's cool. Don't think I'm like making... Can't I just make a joke? You know, I'm just trying to say, like, don't...
Just get into it.
Anyways, I'm Ryan DW, right? I'm Ryan DW featuring, representing Sydney. Pelbros Podcast, obviously. That's one co-host. And I have another co-host.
James checking in here. Episode 7 of the Pelbros Podcast.
Episode 7. That's lucky number 7.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. What's been happening? Coronavirus.
That's what's been up, son.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since I've seen you, Ryan.
Hey!
What's been happening, man?
Hey! I don't know if you guys could hear that in his voice just then, but when he said it, it sounded like, you know, he's like, you know, like shy. He's like, it's like, oh, like, you know, I love this guy. Like,
There was none of that. There was absolutely none of that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
I love it all for you.
Wait. What was the question? Sorry, like, how's it been?
Yeah, what's been happening?
What's been happening? Yeah, I mean, just trying to keep busy and shit, I guess, holding it down. And yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, just trying to kill myself because of no fucking NBA going on.
Yeah, still no basketball far out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it hasn't been in basketball for almost 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
So obviously,
shit. Yo, almost a week. Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty much almost been 2 weeks.
Yeah, sure.
So we're here. We thought we'd bring an episode to you guys anyway. Got a couple of ideas on what we'll go through. Obviously, we're not going to do any NBA analysis. Unfortunately, there's no games. But yeah, me and Ryan did some brainstorming earlier. Thought we'd do a bit of housekeeping first, obviously, as always. After that, we're going to do a couple of coronavirus updates.
Yeah.
A lot happened since our last episode, which was almost, 2 weeks ago. So we'll give a bit of an update, a bit of a, news report on what's been happening. And then we thought we'd do a bit of a Pelbros New Orleans Pelicans roster at a glance. Is that what we're calling it? So we thought we'd just give our own analysis on the current New Orleans Pelicans roster for this season and give our thoughts on some of the players and their value things.
So let me jump in here, though. So with that, though, what's it called? The whole reason is because, obviously, we've got the coronavirus on, so we're like, should we even do an episode? Is there any point? You know, so apart from, like, it is, you know, we don't have, like, what content we're going to talk about. So, like, hey, we should take this as a blessing, you know, as everything is in life, in this lovely life of ours. But with that, though, what's it called? What's it called? We should take it, advantage of this and, you know, do, like, a off-topic discussion. Oh, no, not an off-topic discussion, but, like, kind of like a Pelbros, but, like off-season vibes, if that makes sense. You know, like, just talk a bit of shit. So, yeah, that's the main thing we want to talk about today is roster. Like, talking about the roster and shit. But if we have enough time, we may or may not. We also want to be...
Might be some special content coming in.
Oh, we'll just leave it at that?
Just in case we don't have it. But even if we don't, we'll still put that out maybe at a later date. No,
but that's good because he's selling it better to the... Oh, shit, I've got to listen in to the whole thing now.
But again, even if we don't, like I said, it might just be a YouTube clip or maybe some bonus content later on. But stay tuned and maybe you guys will see what it's about.
No, but speaking of which, that's actually, you know, what we're going to be talking about, a bit of housekeeping, YouTube clips. Yeah, like... We're trying to like, you know, start up on YouTube a bit more because we're like, yo, who, you know, where are people going to be bothered to listen to us for more than like fucking 9 minutes, like for more than a minute, like on Instagram, right? Hey, YouTube. So here we are. So hit us up, show the love on YouTube. Just type in Pelbros space podcast or just Pelbros. You know, you guys can find us. You know,
we're pretty much on every channel.
We're on every channel, and you know, we're on so many channels. All right, let me like dish these out. All right. We got Pelbros on Instagram, obviously. It will be blowing up as per usual. And then obviously to contact us officially, pelbrospodcast@gmail.com, right? And then here we go. Okay, I'm gonna do one, and you do another one, and then we'll see how it goes. All right. And then we can also find us on
Apple channels.
You can also find us on Apple Podcasts,
Spotify,
Deezer,
Google Podcast. Does that count?
Pocket Casts.
Yeah. Wooshka, I think that's
Yeah, Wooshka's,
that's it.
Wooshka, I think, yeah, also like RSS, I don't even know if that's something, but yeah.
But yeah, I think
There's
most
that.
people follow the Instagram, so definitely at
Shout out to
Pelbros.
you guys.
But I think some big news came in the past week.
Yeah.
Ryan, do you want to announce it?
Yeah, so you know, like we've been saying from day one, but you guys, you know, just keep sleeping. You guys just keep wanting to pretend like, oh, these guys just talking shit. These guys just, you know, like, this is all talk, you know what I mean? But they, you know what I mean? These guys are just like, you know, a bunch of pansies. They're not going to put in any, you know, any walk the walk, you know, or whatnot. Basically, like I said, we're official businessmen here, you know what I mean? We're official, like, extreme digital marketers, geniuses. Like, you know, I don't want to, like, be bragging, but it's the truth. All right. So with that, though, what's the situation is that, you can find us on all those channels, and you can also find us on pelbros.com. Just that. That's it. It's official. pelbros.com. Please don't try to hack the fucking website, like, because I can't be fucked in with that shit, really. But
don't even give them that idea.
Yeah, true. There's gonna be one dickhead going
just
like,
browse the website, guys. Pelbros.com. That's all you need to type in.
Yeah, it's got like everything that we do pretty much on there.
Yeah, it's got all our channels. It's got all the links.
You can listen to the podcast on the website itself.
Yeah, check it out.
You can even contact us on it too.
Give us some love. Send us an email. Send us feedback, whether via the website or via Gmail. But definitely hit us up. Get in contact with us. Anything you need, feedback, ideas, frustrations.
Yes, sponsorships if you want to.
Sponsorships.
Speaking of sponsorships, this episode is almost not officially, but I don't want to get sued here, but like unofficially, I guess off the books.
Just don't say it. Just say by.
Sponsored by VB. I just want to say that.
I was gonna say don't say the brand. Say by a big company.
But I gotta say VB. Okay. So it's an unofficial sponsorship in terms of, but wait, VB, as if you wouldn't take this free sponsorship, because like this is like I myself, I reckon like this voice and the character itself, I think it's a really good like, you know, brand image which coexists and aligns with the VB Australian battler image.
It's not official. We don't want to get sued.
Okay. But I'm just saying,
definitely
like,
a window here for brand sponsorship.
Yeah, Victoria Bitter, potentially, if not arguably, the greatest Australian beer.
Exactly. Basically, we'll give you shout outs. And speaking of shout outs, Ryan, do you want to hit up a last shout out before we get started?
Oh, right. No. But before I give my man a shout out, I gotta G it up. Oh, okay. I'll give my man a shout out. And then the reason I bring up the VB is because this is the first time me and James have actually reunited after like what? Because he went to Japan. Bro, we haven't done an episode since like episode 2.
It's been like a month.
Yeah, it's been more than a month.
More than a month.
Nigga, I've been carrying this entire shit. No. We were doing the online ones for the last 2 months, so that worked. Anyways, what's it called? Today though, we're actually meeting in person because he's no longer in self-quarantine, quote unquote.
But this may be our last episode. We're in person for a while, depending on how this coronavirus turns out. So, just in case anyone's wondering,
are you breaking up with me?
We're social distancing, let's not get too concerned. We're hopefully not going to infect and start to transmit the virus, but
via this podcast.
Yeah, hopefully not.
So with that, though, obviously it calls for celebration, you know, and you know you already know it's your boy.
You don't want to give the shout out first?
Oh shit!
Give the shout out first, and then we'll toast this. And
it calls for celebration, so I want to make a toast. So not only to, you know, us reuniting shit, but a special toast to my BOY. I called him out before, you know, a couple of episodes ago. He's the man, the what's it called, the maestro, behind the scenes. What's his face again? Obviously, I call him Danny Boy, but that is a special privilege and honor that is only bestowed onto me. So don't you dare fucking even think about, like, I'm not even joking. This guy's a crazy motherfucker. Like, you listen to that intro, that's not a sane person making that. No. I got love for you, bro. But,
So where can they find it?
Okay. Anyways, the point is that, so I want to give, like, love to this guy because I call him Danny Boy. But obviously, just so you know, don't call him that. It's not good for him. But his real kind of thing that you want to be searching up is Joel Jr. Senior. Yeah, so Joel, like...
Where do you find him?
On SoundCloud. So Joel fucking... I don't know, like you can't...
Joel?
Yeah, you can't fuck that up. And then Junior Senior. Yeah. So it's actually just that. Joel Junior Senior on SoundCloud. He is the man shredding it on the guitar as hard as he shreds it in the game of bank. In the game of life.
Yeah, so massive shout out and again another appreciation to your boy.
Yeah.
For hitting us up with that intro.
Yeah. And now I guess to that we're gonna have to cheers to all that and to this fucking coming up episode, you know.
Toast.
Shit. Oh yeah. So just so you guys know, it's okay. So I'm gonna be sculling this entire fucking pretty much a schooner right now, right? Cheers, mate. Cheers.
And with that note, may as well get stuck into episode 7 of
Pardon me.
Pelbros Podcast. So, like we said, we'll just hit up some coronavirus updates. So obviously, we talked about it 2 weeks ago when the news that the NBA got suspended because of Rudy Gobert testing positive to coronavirus. Almost about 2 weeks ago.
I can't believe it's already been almost 2 weeks. I thought it was just last week. My bad. I thought it was just
the Wednesday before. But ever since then, there's been a bunch of different updates. We've actually seen a lot more players get tested positive, unfortunately. So maybe we just do a quick run through on the updates ever since then, right?
We had Rudy Gobert.
Yep, and then after that,
Donovan Mitchell, so
his teammate. So that made sense. And
KD,
yeah,
like the big names coming to mind. Christian Wood.
Christian Wood was the one right before KD. So ex Pelicans player, only for a short stint, not even like half a season. But shout out to
shout out.
He's actually been balling out right now for Detroit. So
get better. COVID-19.
Definitely, and then Marcus Smart as well tested positive.
Oh yeah, true.
We had word that 4 Nets players tested positive, and I guess KD was part of that, but we don't actually know who else made up that 4. And then 2 Lakers players, which I don't think they've revealed who was.
LeBron and AD.
Yeah, it'd be so ironic if it was. Well, there's someone was saying that it's all good players that are getting positive, so imagine if it was LeBron and AD.
Yo.
That could be a game changer, but yeah, I think there are a couple other people tested positive amongst the different organizations. So I know Philly had a couple people. I think Boston had other people in their organization.
Yeah,
I guess that implies
it's not necessarily just the team.
Yeah,
it's
I think
like
that implies like staff.
The staff,
if they're not willing to say players or usually
because not everyone's a player of the game.
So yeah, usually they're pretty open with this stuff. They'll say players, or they'll say even the player's name.
Yeah.
But Woj and everything, they were tweeting out that there was just people in the organization. So definitely think that we're seeing employees, staff, work like janitors, whatever it is, coaches, trainers potentially being infected or getting into contact with these guys that are constantly playing. So I don't know if I think the only other update was that a couple of days after the suspension,
they announced.
I know that CDC announced that there was going to be, I think, a lockout of like distancing, or like you're not supposed to gather for at least 30 days in America. So I think that in itself.
What is that, CDC?
So that's like the disease control.
Oh, for the entire country
of US, yeah. So they're the one monitoring. They're the one making a lot of the decisions. I think they put a blanket ban on just socializing and gathering in groups. So
it's all a conspiracy.
That was at least for a month. So I think no matter what, that's going to affect the NBA. So
Adam Silver is an alien. It's all part of the same conspiracy. Anyways, we're not going to get into that.
That might be for another episode.
Yeah.
4 beers deep.
It's like that. Think about it. It's just such a coincidence, and at the same time,
that's not the special content, by the way. That's not the bonus content, but that can be future.
Yeah.
That's for future.
If you guys are listening, but what's it called? Adam Silver. Apart from him being an alien, which is obviously proven. What's it called? Adam Silver. What's his fucking face? He actually announced how long the suspension is going to be, right? Because before the last episode, we weren't too sure. We had to estimate ourselves it's going to be maybe 3-4 weeks or so. And what they've said is going to be a minimum of 4 weeks, minimum of 30 days.
Yeah.
So I don't want to brag, but
again, that probably aligns with that ban that they've been having. And then also we've heard a bunch of news that a bunch of the training facilities are closed.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to gather. You're not supposed to train, essentially,
or even leave your local.
Yeah, like leave your house, because I know the US is starting to lock down on a lot of states. A lot of states are making their own call to lock down the whole. Everyone's got to stay indoors. So we're seeing a lot of basketball players, especially the younger guys, streaming. A lot of guys.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Stuck at
Josh
home.
Hart is like one of those guys.
They're all streaming. They're all gaming. Like
Donovan Mitchell,
D-Mitch, De'Aaron Fox.
Probably to Anthony Townsend on that.
Yeah, they're all. I think they were all gaming before this,
yeah.
But now that they're at home 24/7 every day, they're not going to training, which is 90% of their schedule.
Yeah,
they're all hitting up Twitch, playing Fortnite, COD, playing PUBG. So
it's going to be we got how many $1 million in the bank? Why not just start training in your own house, right?
Well, that's what they're doing. A lot of them are.
Don't we want to win? On the downtime, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of them are doing. They're trying to train at home.
I can't hate the player.
There's a bunch of push-up challenges going around, which it's just social media stuff. But hopefully they're keeping fit. Hopefully they're training. I did see an Instagram post recently of Zoe and BI.
Yeah.
And they met up to train.
Just train.
So I don't know if that's like
Boys,
off the
boys.
books or like if that was like legal or like not legal but like allowed. But it's good to know that they're still balling and still trying to stay fit.
That's the boys. I just imagine that like BI chilling the fuck out, just fucking stone a motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't know if BI is the one hitting up the game.
No, I can see it. It's just like BI is like kicking back at home and he's just maybe playing some Xbox and then like BI and then like his phone starts ringing. His iPhone like 10 or iPhone 11, whatever the new one is. And it's like Zoe, and it's like, hey yo, what up? It's always like, hey yo, B, man, like yo, you want to go train, homie? Like yo, it's just so like I want to get better. You all start.
But I know that Zoe in his downtime, he's dropping some music soon. So that was that was also something that's coming through. So yeah. Have
you listened to any of his raps?
I haven't, but
songs.
I don't want to hate, but I've heard him rapping on IG like on other people's songs.
Oh, I've seen.
It's not that great.
Yes.
No hate. I mean, yes hate, but sorry, Zoe. I'm not really into that culture, I guess.
Yeah, I get what you mean, because you can't be hating on him, because that's.
I'm not hating on him. But
yeah, because what that is, that's mostly just hating on the people that he's like, doing the lyrics of. You know, like their songs, rather than his own.
Could be that.
No, but I get what you mean. Like, but then again, I don't really fuck with like that era, that kind of specific niche of hip hop or whatever bullshit. Yeah. Obviously, I love hip hop. Probably more than a lot of you motherfuckers listening, and so don't fucking even dare like, it's like some Zoe, fanboys full being like, oh no, how did it? Anyways, the point is that I haven't listened to his music either, but I heard Zion apparently, there was like some rumors back in the day when he was maybe still injured, he was like pumping up Zoe's fucking like music in the locker room and shit.
Oh yeah, I heard that as well.
Yeah, that's
I read that
as
well.
Yeah. So imagine that, it's just like fucking Zoe, BI.
Yeah. And on that note, I don't think we talked about this last time. I don't think it was had been released or had happened. But on the note of Zion, he made a pledge to donate more of his salary to help out the workers and staff of the New Orleans Pelicans organization. So everyone in the stadium, everyone in the organization. Obviously, there's going to be people without a job or without work. But fortunately, a lot of the players are stepping up. I know K Love as well. A couple other guys that I can't remember off the top of my head, but Zion was one of the first to do it, so shout out. And he's on a rookie contract, so it's not like he's making, to be fair, he's probably got a massive
like everything else.
Shoe deal with Jordan Brand.
Yeah, I think he's like 97, like, don't quote me, 97 bill like in his, like, before playing a fucking NBA game.
But in saying
versus Giannis, who's been working the entire time, he's only got like 80 fucking
I saw that one as well.
Yeah.
But still, shout out to Zion for doing that. Definitely setting the tone and the leading by example.
Exactly, true.
As a youngin'. But yeah, that made a bunch of people step up.
A Bayou boy, a Bayo. You seen those shoes?
No, I haven't.
Bayou boys thing?
I've seen that. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it though. Actually, because I think Bayou or whatever it is. Obviously, there's probably some like Americans, some like hillbillies ruling. Look at these Aussies. They don't know nothing. They don't know no jack shit about no Bayo. But apparently, what it is, it's apparently kind of like not like a swamp. It's kind of like a creek or something like that. And like there's like a fuckload of them in. What do you call it? In New Orleans or like in Louisiana. So it's like part of, like I think there's a lot of Pelicans within New Orleans or some shit. Like, that's the thing. We used to be New Orleans Jazz, like back in the fucking day, But that's for another episode. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say though is that that's what that shit is.
So take a shout out to it.
Yeah. Shout out to Louisiana State.
Yeah. So
and New Orleans.
Hopefully that comes out soon. But yeah, that's essentially the coronavirus updates since 2 weeks ago. So. Hopefully that, helps shed some light on what's happening. But again, no NBA games for another 30 days. A bunch of other players testing positive.
For another 30 days from now, you're good?
It was 30 days from
right.
Probably back when...
It was just Rudy.
So hopefully we have another 20-something days. But again, the situation is worsening in the US. So hopefully everyone out there is staying safe. I know a lot of you guys are on lockdown. A lot of you guys are in quarantine maybe. Self-isolation. Keeping that social distance. So
don't go crazy yet. Yeah. Don't kill him.
Hopefully we keep you guys safe and keep you guys entertained for this period. So we'll be coming out with a whole bunch of different content and new episodes over the next couple of weeks. So yeah, I mean that pretty much wraps it up. Should we just?
Hey, like almost then. Like I think we're gonna give it like a therefore kind of part. Yeah. I'm trying. I want to talk about what are we gonna do like with it because again I heard. What's it called? It might come back like around like June or July. with the NBA. Did you see that anyway?
Yeah, well, again, I think a lot of people coming out with predictions on when, but it's just hard to tell.
Yeah, but apart from that, what was really interesting is I think I linked you today that, what do you call it? There's like, I don't know how legit this is or some shit. But
it's an idea. It's not.
It's
a proposal. So I know a lot of sports are proposing it.
Yeah.
The idea behind just getting all the teams that are currently still in the sport into one location, giving them, lockdown procedures.
Like one specific city.
When they're not training, all they can do is train and isolate, and then also playing the games and the rest of the season in that city or wherever that gym potentially is. So that was the idea that you meant to me. So I know a lot of different sport codes have tossed up that idea. A lot of fans have. And it sounds really good in reality, or in theory.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. It would be pretty cool to see, but again, who knows? It'd take massive. There's almost 450 players in each organization, and then you've got to factor in coaches, staff.
True.
It would be pretty intense and crazy to work.
Yeah, even without the fans, there's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah, a lot of logistics.
That's true.
But I think it is a good idea.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe send them to the least infected state, whatever. I don't know the stats on it, but maybe you guys can tell us. Maybe you guys from the US can tell us. Send them to the most least infected state. Get them to play almost like a quick rush tournament of the season.
Yeah.
Just get them fighting out every game to the regular season and then start playoffs. But yeah, I have seen a couple of things where they'll consider pushing the season out still, potentially starting again in June.
Yeah.
And then just continuing on with the season or potentially starting in April.
Yeah. And honestly, like with that, I'm open to that idea. Like, that, even something that was quite interesting too, like a tournament for the AFC. Not necessarily like a full on, So it's they're
just fighting it out for them.
Yeah. Because I think Pelicans would still have a pretty decent chance in that.
To be fair, I think that would be a bit unfair because then how do you determine the team that's a 7 seed?
Like the seeds and all that.
Yeah, but you've locked in a team that's a 7 seed.
Yeah.
So then why does the 8 seed have to fight it out with the other teams? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it could be unfair. Whereas so in the West it could work because the difference between the 8 seed and the 7 seed is quite large at the moment.
Yeah.
But I believe in the East it's neck and neck.
Oh, true. Because I don't think about the East at all.
Yeah. So then how do you cut out the 8 seed to say 7 seed you deserved it, you don't have to fight for it. Get the 8 seed to fight for the 8 seed.
Yeah.
So,
it
sounds like a good idea.
There can probably be a way in which it can work out. It could just be like go to cop it, like whoever's ranked right now.
Potentially.
You just go to cop it. That's just the game. You know what I mean? Like the fuck you want from me? yeah. Like that's the game, son.
Yeah. Some of the stuff we mentioned in our previous episode 6, check it out. But I think. Do you have anything else on the coronavirus?
No, there's just different ideas. Like, because the reason I bring that up, right, the first off the June, July kind of thing, and then what's called that entire one city kind of thing, and then after that tournament thing. Those are all different ideas that we didn't really think of last episode. Because last episode we had kind of our own kind of solutions and shit. This time around, as the world's the leaders of today have been putting their fucking minds together. And look at the progress humanity has gone. We've got these 3 pretty decent ideas. I don't mind either of them. You know what I mean? I'd be quite happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely going to be a lot of ideas that they're probably juggling and they're probably thinking about. But again, logistics-wise. But anyways, let's wrap that up. Leave it at that because that's not the main part of this episode.
There's enough coronavirus talk for too fucking long, bro.
Yeah, way too much talk. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Like we mentioned earlier, we thought we'd go into... We look at Pelbros' opinions and thoughts and analysis on the current roster for this year. So
we're getting serious.
2019-2020 Pelicans. And we thought we'd just go through the list of the roster from A to B, from start to finish. Going through everyone and giving our ratings. A couple of ratings on how valuable they are to the team, their potential, and then we're kind of just going to talk about what they're good at, what we like from them, what we like seeing from them, and then also things about how they can improve, what we think they need to improve. So some feedback, some constructive feedback.
Yeah. So just making sure. Did we say the title of the video of this specific section?
What are we calling it?
Pelicans at a glance. Oh, sorry.
Roster at a glance.
Roster at a glance. Pelicans roster at a glance. I just want to make sure.
Pelbros roster at a glance.
Yeah, Pelbros roster at a glance. Because I just wanted to make sure because we thought of that. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. And then just put it on. All right. So, do we want to go through this list together, side by side?
Well, we're going to start on the same people and we'll just move our way up. So we're just going to go from the bottom of the roster based on the minutes played from this season.
Yeah. So
we're looking at the average of the minutes played. So you're going to start seeing we'll start with the rookies and the youngins, and then we're going to move up to the vets.
Yeah.
So do you want to kick it off, Ryan?
Okay. So all right, let's go. Obviously we got Mr. Okay, please bear with me. Zilin or Zylan, and then Cheatham.
It's Zylan Cheatham, I think.
Zylan Cheatham.
That's a good pronunciation.
Okay. Zylan Cheatham. All right. So Zion Cheatham, obviously, he's the lowest, like, he's had the least amount of minutes, for us this season. So with him, you've already explained to them how we're ranking these guys, right? Like, how valuable they are to the team and the potential, right? So with that, how valuable they are to the team, I've got him down as okay, sorry, that's yours. I've got him down as a C, and his potential as a C+. What did you have?
I had nothing because I haven't seen him play enough.
Oh, you haven't seen him play, so you just didn't get with the. All right, well, that's pretty good. It was honestly C+. I don't know, but well, the kind of notes I had with him was that he's kind of the same as Josh Gray, who's going to be the next on the list. They're just kind of like our G League boys holding it down for us. But he's more so like a big man position, number 45. So apart from that, though, he did have a really, really good moment in the preseason. I can't remember which game it was specifically, but in the preseason, we left like the kind of bench mob on for the last kind of minute to see if they could win it and shit. And yeah, there were some clutch plays. I think he himself made a clutch block at the end too. And yeah, he could be really happy with that. That's a good win for not only himself, not only like the preseason team, but the team itself, like the New Orleans Pelicans team. Let's not forget also, we were fucking 5-0 undefeated in the fucking preseason, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I think mainly he'll sit in the G League and play his games out.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll see roster time with our roster unless it's injuries.
I think maybe a bit, maybe those injuries, like, because you know how we're quite like injured earlier on in the season. He stepped in a few times and he made some like decent blocks and shit. Like he made plays for us. Yeah. So that's why I got him. Like he's right now valuable to us C, potential C+, because he could maybe get a bit better, right? And yeah, so we'll leave it at that. And then next after that, obviously on the list is Mr. Josh Gray. So Josh Gray is just the same kind of situation as Zilin, and he's a G League boy, but he's the guard position. You have the same kind of thing, minus like NA.
I haven't seen him enough.
Yeah, so with Josh Gray, I just had him ranked as like a C in terms of value to our team right now, and just see his potential, if not even like C minus.
He's 26 at the moment, so I don't know how confident I am in his potential, but I haven't seen enough.
But I've seen that he has like all right numbers in the G League, right? But G League, D League, whatever they call it.
Very different. G League.
Exactly. Yeah. When he's been playing minutes for us, it's just like kind of like, dude, like, what are we doing?
Let's leave it at that.
Yeah. So next, would you like to take it away?
So next we have Nickeil Alexander-Walker. So again, this is based on minutes played. Drafted this year, he's a rookie, still super raw, still super. People were very high on him in the preseason. I hadn't seen him play that much, but after seeing a bit of summer league and some highlights in some preseason, I started to buy into a lot of the hype, thinking that he could be really good.
Yeah, true.
He's a good shooter. He's got some offensive game. He's a decent passer. I've got him as a C, as valuable for the team at the moment, just because he's not getting minutes.
Fair enough.
He's still way too raw. He's definitely not going to be giving a solid output just yet. And when he has been playing, it's been very hit and miss.
Yeah.
I know when he first got his first couple of minutes, he just went in the game and shot like 8 shots, went for 0 and 8.
Yeah.
So the good thing is that he's confident. He can shoot, but he's just super, super raw at the moment. I think he needs to put on a bit of weight.
Yeah.
And kind of just work on his athleticism. But potential, I've got him as B-, just because I know he's definitely got some potential and he's got a couple years in him, but I just haven't seen enough of it.
Okay, fair enough. No, that's quite decent. Like, we've got a lot of similar kind of points when it comes to Mr. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. First off, before I forget, let's not forget that this guy is also the cousin of Shai Gilgeous
who is basically a star for me.
Who is killing it. So this man, he's gonna have some like good genes in him. So I've got some like big. I'm setting the bar quite high for this young gentleman. Basically, like he did have a bit of minutes for us earlier on in the season. Even in the debut game when we were like the first game of the fucking entire NBA season. When we were
he wasn't very good though.
Yeah, he wasn't very good though, but he played minutes for us. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, because I was going to bring up the exact same thing. He's quite confident and shit, but the shots that he's making, the shots that he's attempting, he just keeps on shooting. He goes for like 0 for 8 sometimes. Like sometimes he just thinks of Steph Curry, which is good, confidence, right? But my G, you ain't Steph Curry.
It's good, but he's shooting 33% this season, so
that's not great.
He definitely need to improve.
So it's true what he's saying. Like he's obviously very talented. You know what I mean? He's obviously got a pretty decent IQ. I'd say his passing is maybe even like better than like we would think. I think he's got like really good IQ for the game. But yeah, he's like that's what I'm trying to say.
What did you rate him?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. With all that, I feel as if he has like a very good base. He's some good like young raw talent. So he's valued to my team right now. You were a C. I kind of got him at a B minus right now. B minus, but I could argue I could see the C plus.
I think that's generous.
Yeah,
I think that's generous.
I can, yeah, but because after you said your kind of case, I was like, yeah, it's a bit maybe more like C plus slash B minus, but I think that's my kind of thing. But my potential for him, bro, like that's what I'm trying to say. It might not necessarily be with our team because we're already so god heavy as it is, and like Zoe is the boy right now, and we've got Drew, etc. But definitely in this guy's career, I can. Yeah, I'm gonna go for A minus slash an A. That's his potential. That's his potential. I reckon that's his potential. A minus. I'm gonna give it like an A minus as potential. I reckon his name is gonna be like renowned throughout Canada.
Okay, let's see how we go in the other players and see how we match up in terms of potential because I might be a bit harsh compared to yours.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
But moving on, Frank Jackson is our next most played. So for me, I've got him as a B minus for valuableness to the team.
Yeah.
Just because he's coming off the bench, he's seeing about 12 minutes per game.
Yeah.
So not a massive amount. Kind of loses out bench minutes to the other guys, but he's definitely an option that they're putting through. Can hit his threes. I mean, he's hitting at 32%, which doesn't sound that good. But when you watch him in the game, you will see him hit open threes, open buckets. I think he's got offensive potential, so he's definitely talented offensively. And obviously just needs to work on his passing. He's still a bit raw, and I think his defense. So I've got him as a B for potential. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty much the same boat. In terms of valuableness to the team itself, I've got him for a B minus. At best a B, but B minus. His potential though, I have it as a B plus. I feel as if maybe apart from what you haven't said, the only kind of thing I could add in there is like probably the most noticeable thing or the most like crazy thing to note about this guy Frank Jackson is his speed. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't necessarily go as crazy Ferrari mode as he did before. But a couple of seasons ago when he was doing minutes for us, he would just run the floor like faster than I've never seen anyone do it that fast, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, a lot of turnovers and shit like that happen. So now he's kind of chilled it out, and he's a lot more confident with his game. Like he does a lot. He helps out sometimes, right? But then again, he can also fuck up. It just depends how the bench is feeling that day. But apart from that, though, I do want to say he something he has is I guess he has some kind of heart. You know what I mean? He's got good heart in terms of he's not afraid of a challenge. We assign him to maybe guarding people like D Rose, Russell Westbrook, good other good guards, other good players of the actual fucking league, and he's never afraid of it. You know what I mean? He's always stepping up. Not necessarily saying that he does good all the time, but sometimes it wins those games.
Yeah, one thing I do like about him is I agree with that point. But one thing I do like about him is I've heard he's probably one of the harder workers, and he looks up to JJ and Drew a lot. I heard from a podcast that he's the one that kind of follows them around, and he's the one that listens to them a lot, works out with them a lot, and wants to work out with them. So definitely big ups to him. He sounds like a hard worker, and definitely some heart. So.
Bro, and I love on Instagram he's always wearing these those outfits and shit. Yeah. Franklin Jackson 5. Shout out to I love it because I love Snoopy. I'm a big Snoopy fan, and he's not chosen the Charlie Brown character, the Franklin character. That's my boy.
Yeah, so let's. I think we can agree around.
Yeah. I'm happy we have the same. We pretty much have the same opinion on Frank Jackson. But next up we got Mr. Jalil Okafor, man. What do you have for him? His valuableness.
So his valuableness, I gave him a C.
Yeah.
And potential, I gave him a C.
Fair enough.
So hear me out. I know there might be some fans out there, Duke fans as well. But I think he's a great big man offensively. So probably our best big man offensively in the paint.
Yeah.
So he's got great footwork.
That's true.
But honestly, when I came to thinking about it, he's got more criticisms than positives. So he's slow. He doesn't jump. So he just doesn't get off the ground. He gets cooked defensively, both inside and outside the paint, and he's a bit turnover prone. So that's why I didn't see many minutes, because he actually ends up giving a lot of buckets, and he just doesn't match up well with a lot of, whether it's guards, big men. Overall, if we want buckets, put him on the floor, but defensively, he's not that great. What did you have?
Yeah, I pretty much had a similar thing. You had CC, pretty a straight C. So in terms of his valuableness, this is the thing, I was being a bit more generous. I'd say a C plus / B minus. But in terms of his potential, I just want to be a nice guy. I'll be B minus or B, just because of his story. What was it? He was potentially maybe going to be the greatest, not the greatest, but he's going to be a really, really good player in this league, right? When he got drafted, he was with Philly. But then shit happens, my G, and he ended up in here.
Well, one reason that I didn't have him too high on the potential is because he was drafted in 2015.
Yeah.
So he's been in the league for 5 years, and he hasn't been able to see consistent
Take it to the
minutes.
next level. Yeah.
Take it to the next level on multiple teams. So
Yeah.
again, I hope it pans out, but not too high.
Nah, but like that's fair enough. Because I just want to do shout out. Like, yeah, he does have a crazy post game. Because let's not forget, last season, a couple of seasons ago, there was an entire thing about Jar Watch.
That still goes on.
That still goes on. Like like Jalil Okafor did play minutes tonight. Because my man does kill it in the post sometimes. Let's not forget this season he gave us a crazy game versus the Pistons where we just completely put his dick in front of Drummond's face, pretty much shat on Drummond, and they sat Drummond out. Apart from that, though, my only kind of thing why I hope for him to have a good career with us, the New Orleans Pelicans, is because he seems like he's happy with his home in New Orleans Pelicans. So if he can do good for us, then that's why I got him at a B-.
Fair enough. It sounds like he's got some good chemistry
for potential that is
with the team, though. So
yeah.
Let's move on to his counterpart.
Hey.
Essentially, the rookie who's potentially taken his minutes and role, Jackson Hayes.
Jackson Hayes has been killing it.
So on valuableness for the team for this season, this might sound harsh, I've got him at C+. A potential, I've got him at B+. So he's still super raw.
Yeah.
He is athletic and he's slowly getting some good chemistry and running some good pick and rolls. But I feel like his offensive game is super limited to dunks. He doesn't have great post game or footwork. He's not big enough to beat down low, bash down low with the bigger centers.
Not really a shooter either.
Exactly, and then defensively, he fouls a lot, and he gets cooked defensively. Honestly,
defensively he's kind of a liability also.
The liability essentially. So those are the two things, and then lastly, he just needs to bulk up. Yeah,
that's true. But apart from him needing to bulk up, let's not get it wrong. This guy is still a beast. You know what I mean? This guy's a beast. He's just crazy energy dunks, crazy energy blocks.
He's a guaranteed highlight reel.
Yeah, he's a guaranteed highlight reel. That's a really good way to put it. And with that crazy athlete, I guess. I think when I was watching his games earlier on in the season, the commentators mentioned that he's only been playing basketball from senior year in high school or something. He hasn't been playing for a very long time. His dad is some fucking pretty decent guy in the NFL. You know what I mean? So he's got pretty decent genes, man. So just imagine how good he is already, because he's had a couple of double doubles, the double games for us this season. Plenty of highlight reels too, and obviously it's because he's been given minutes because of the injuries that's been happening. But look at that raw talent we already have, right? So that's why I'm thinking I have really, really high hopes for this guy. I reckon if he can know what to do better in defense, because he wants to do good for the team, but it's just doesn't translate into his body action. Okay, so with that, right now you're a bit harsh man with the C. I got him as a B to B+. I'd say B. Let's say B in terms of his valueness to the team right now, but in terms of his potential, I got high hopes for this gentleman. I think him and Zion could be almost like a twin tower combo going on. So basically, I got him as his potential. I got him as an A to A+.
Yeah, I definitely think potential-wise he'll be up there. And give him a couple of years, he'll be one of the best centers in the league. But at the moment, for how raw he is, I'm sticking to the B+.
That's fair enough, man. That's fair enough.
But I completely understand. I thought about giving him an A, but I didn't want to be too generous.
That's fair enough. I mean, it does seem as if you're just feeling a bit salty, or taking it out on all these people. I want to give these guys. I feel I'm the good cop, you're the bad cop. That's how I got to do these ratings, right? So it makes sense.
If he wants a better potential, he's got to give me better than 7 and 4.
All right, fair enough, mate. Fair enough.
7 points, 4 boards per game.
Yeah, and then on top of that, 5 fouls, is it?
Yeah. And giving up freaking 100% field goal to his opponents.
Yeah.
No hate, but love you, Jax.
Yeah. It is the game. It is the name of the game.
Next up, NOLA Pelicans, another rookie, 29-year-old rookie.
Quote-unquote rookie, yeah.
What did you have for him?
So what did I have for him? He's valuable to our team right now. I got him at I'd say B+.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. B+, and his potential, I could see him as a B+ to an A.
I gave him a B+ for. So this is the first one we've agreed to.
We've actually agreed
on.
Oh, well, there you go. So with that, obviously, we know NOLA Pelicans. He's he's our new school Mirotic, He's because we got Mirotic in our system and we just made him a freaking god, right, from the 3-point and shit. So now we've got him. like I feel as if it's like Mirotic but more versatile, if that makes sense. Like he can. Oh, all right.
Controversial.
All right. Oh, controversial. All right. Sorry. Maybe okay. But my kind of thing about it is killing it from the 3-point. Most times, like like more times than he isn't. And yeah,
shooting 36%, so it's not terrible, but he's hit some clutch shots.
Yeah, just like that game he took it to overtime versus Dallas. Honestly, we shouldn't have been in that game how we threw that, but he threw him like he was cold the entire time, right? 0 for 6 from 3, and then his only shot that he made that entire game was that clutch 3 to take us to OT. So shout out to that. So apart from that, apart from the 3, because this man can shoot from the 3, that's why when we put him on rather than D Faves in the lineup, we actually do have a very there's interesting kind of spacing going on, which we actually I reckon get better plus minus maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not the best plus minus because we have the best plus minus with D Faves on, but
his best asset is that he gives spacing to the team. So
yeah.
that's where D Favors loses his minutes. It's because Zion isn't a good 3-point shooter, so you don't want to have two centers just banging down in the post. So having Melly on the floor actually gives him space, and therefore Zion can just go 1v1 with whoever's in the paint. But that's definitely his biggest asset.
Yeah, and last note I want to touch on with Melly is that, so basically, let's not forget too that, so obviously in the first ever game of the season with Toronto, and he had some solid minutes. He was killing it. I think he actually had a pretty decent game that game, right? Obviously we lost, but that's not the point. Point is that my boy, after that, he had a period of time in which he actually had to sit on the bench for a while, and then he only slowly crept up with minutes again.
Yeah,
so,
he's been earning his minutes.
Yeah, he's been earning his minutes. That's what I'm trying to say. So with that, big shout out to Melly. That's why I really have him as a... Yeah, before I was kind of saying he's potential B+, and you were saying we agree on B+, but the difference is that I think it could be all the way potential to an A, right?
Yeah, I think the potential's up there.
Yeah, it's just... He's
29.
He's 29. That's where...
Yeah,
so we do have to see. We do have to see how it goes. But regardless, we're very, very happy with Nicole Melly. Let's jump on next.
Great pick.
Mr. Etwan Moore. Right, this is one of probably when we're talking about the line, the entire roster right now, it's probably one of, if not the ultimate OG. Yeah, right. Etwan Moore, this guy's just been here for a long time. Something I was going to say about him before I even get into the ratings is that obviously this season he has this quote of being always ready. Sometimes he'll just kill it, ball out. I think he had a couple of games where he actually won it for us. But then again, he has a lot of times where it's just not working. So, but that's the game. What I wanted to say though before we get into it is I think his name is also called Uncle E in the locker room and shit. Basically, the Uncle E. Let's not tarnish the name. He was a former playoff starting lineup member, was he not? Remember when we swept the fucking Blazers and shit?
Yeah.
He was on that starting lineup. So and in the playoffs too. So let's not be like, oh, who's this Etwan Moore bum or whatever bullshit like that. He's got, it's a good name, right? So with that, though, his valuableness to our team right now, I have to be, you got to give respect where it's true. I got to give him a B, just a straight up B. In terms of his potential, though, obviously he's on the later side of his career, so his potential would be kind of going down. That's why I got him at a C with potential.
All right.
Wow. Do you think he's gonna age with fine wine, or?
I was expecting something higher because of the third generation.
Oh no! You'll see with my older guys, I put him a potential down, if that makes sense. Like Drew and Drew and JJ, I put him down, but yeah, I'll explain that in a bit. Basically, yeah, because also with that, the thing is that his floater, he can get some cheeky floaters for us, right? Just some sort of 10 points out of nowhere, right? It's that. However, a lot of time they don't fucking make, like I said. And when the man's cold, he's cold. But apart from that, though, I guess that's it. When he's cold, he's cold, and that's the kind of thing. He's on the later half of his career. But yeah, anything you have.
Yeah. So for valuableness for this year, I've gone at C+, just because again we're a bit guard heavy, so he's losing some of his minutes to some of the other guys, so he hasn't played that much.
Yeah.
But I've got his potential at B-. So like you mentioned, Etwan Moore, he's a walking bucket. You guys got to remember that he will get us buckets when need be. So whether it's 2, whether it's a 3, he's got a pretty well-rounded defensive game. Only 2 things he needs to improve are his handles and his defense. And once he does that, definitely can see him getting more minutes. But I'll keep it at that because
your potential with that? What's the potential?
B-.
Oh, B-.
So his valuableness is C+, but his potential is B-. So I'm not super high on him, but I've got kind of similar vibes to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on. Kenrich Williams. So he's been injured for most of the season. So won't spend too long on this because we want to get to the other guys. But I've got him. Obviously, his valuableness. I've got him at C+.
Yeah.
This would actually be higher if we were talking a bit earlier in the season.
Yeah.
But then he went through this super cold stretch of just not being able to get buckets and then getting injured.
Yeah.
So I've got him at C+. Potential at a B. And the reason I've got him at a B for potential is because he gives us the hustle plays and he's solid defensively, and that's what we need, especially on our bench, which is a bit guard heavy at the moment. But he does have a massive habit of bricking wide open threes, and I'm a big hater of that. / Pels fans are frustrated watching him.
So, bro, what we do?
He's 26% from 3-point this year, and he gets a lot of wide open threes.
Yeah.
And then apart from that, all he needs to do is improve his shooting, and then he can be like a 3-and-D guy.
Yeah.
And I think that's his role.
Yeah,
I'll leave it at that.
No. Man, if anything, we're pretty much fucking spot on right there. You have C+ as his valuableness.
Yeah.
I had B-. Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
B-, and then his potential I had as a straight up B.
Yeah, same.
Exactly. So, because it's the main takeaways with this guy is good hustle plays and energy, right? And that's what you need, especially earlier on in the season. This guy stepped up. I think it was 18 of 35 games he started for us. I put it on the Instagram account as well. Anyways, but obviously he had a cold stretch and then he just got injured. So that's the situation. My kind of thing about the potential is that I feel as if he can just get better at his specific role, right? If he can just do that specific role for us and get better at it, it's a good potential of B.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He just needs to hit those threes because the idea of him is to get defense and then spacing. But 26% from 3, it's not good enough.
Yeah, rightio. So now we get into the big boys of the lineup. Hey, one of the first member of our starting 5.
The heaviest minutes.
Yeah.
D Faves.
Derek Favors.
Almost 24 minutes a game. So, so valuableness this team this year, I've got him at B+.
Yeah.
Honestly, I probably could have given it a bit higher, but again, he doesn't see minutes towards the end of the game. We're working with different lineups and then different roster starting 5s and also big men to end the game. But B+ valuableness, his potential is on the older side. You can see that in his play. He's more traditional big man. I've got him at a C. So definitely the best defender in the paint for our team. He's great at pick and rolls. So I think that's his biggest advantage or biggest asset for our team at the moment. But the other thing is the feedback or the criticisms. He can't shoot, so that hurts our spacing. That's why he doesn't see minutes towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I think he's pretty much just a solid guy. He's going to give 10 and 10.
Yeah.
So that's my rating.
10 and 10. Yeah. Man. Like I agree to your shit like to an extent. My thing with him, Derek Favors, I gave him his value to our team. It's a bit different to yours. I had him, let's say, at an A. Right? I had him at an A.
Well, B+ is close.
Yeah. I had him at an A, and then what is it? His potential though, that's where we changed there. I first had an A2 potential, but I put it down to probably a B-, let's say.
Yeah. Okay.
So my only thing with him in terms of the value and all that was that during that 13-game losing streak, franchise record breaking, right? D-Fave, when he finally got uninjured and he was dealing with his mom fucking dying, for fuck's sake, guys. Finally got back and got back into rhythm and shit like that, and basically we started winning games again, right?
Yeah.
And because he was the kind of like glue that got our entire defense system working and shit, and I guess even like our offense, I guess at the time, right? But anyways, the point of that, is that he's a solid, usually maybe not as much nowadays because Zion's back, but in general, he's always going to give you around 10 boards. Like he's a solid 10
He's
for 10
He's still averaging 9.9 boards, 9.2 points, so 10 and 10.
Yeah, 10 and 10. And but my only kind of thing with the potential though, why I have a bit of difference with that, is that the thing is that most of his career, he's just been living under Gobert's like shadow at the Utah Jazz, He was like the secondary or maybe like third fucking option when it comes to the big man and shit like that, right? So now he's a starting 5 with this new fucking young core team, hungry, wanting to win, I can see him, I can see him being like a solid piece, you know what I mean? Not necessarily like a superstar or whatever kind of level, but I can see him quite fucking decent. So, with that, I feel as if it's almost like I could see him become like not too as good as Drew, but like, how Drew is like slept on throughout the league?
Yeah.
I feel as if it's like that, but like, that's what I would like to see happen. If we could get like a solid, underrated piece. in Derek Favors, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, I just checked and he's only 28 years old, so for some reason I thought he was a lot older.
He does look a bit old, to be honest.
The way he runs.
Yeah. It's like, dude, I'm fucking too old for this shit.
It feels like he's been in the league for a while, so I think I could bump that up to a C+, maybe a B.
Yeah.
He's younger than I thought, so I think he could still be a solid piece, be a solid contributor to our team. So, again, like you mentioned, he probably doesn't get as much love as the rest of the starting five.
Yeah.
Definitely doesn't get as much love. But shout out to D Faves. I've been giving him a couple of key performances shout outs recently.
Yeah, true. Sorry, I actually fucked up there. My potential for Derek Favors, not B minus, is B plus.
Okay, yeah.
B plus. So A minus or B plus. That's kind of my potential for him. All right. So apart from that, we've got the man, the one and only. Hey, I know you're listening in. Like, we listen to your podcast too, JJ. We got Mr. JJ Redick. Just a quick shout out if you guys listen to our podcast. Guys, listen to some of JJ Redick's podcasts. Like, okay, honestly, I'm going to have to be a bit honest. I don't really necessarily rate the fucking co-host he has and shit, but
it's a good podcast.
It's a good podcast. It's a really good podcast. Like, no disrespect and shit, but it's a really, really good podcast. Like, but that's a little pet peeve of mine. It could just be I'm salty that why did you choose that guy, not me? That's the co-host, right?
Basically, Ryan DW is not giving the co-host an A+.
Yeah, I'm not giving him an A+.
Probably like an E or a D.
Oh, can we get an F up in there?
Oh yeah, we haven't got to an F. But
all right.
So what did you give him for valuableness?
Okay, so Mr. JJ Redick, in terms of valuableness to the team, I got him as an A+. In terms of his potential, because obviously he is a veteran, veteran professional, etc., whatever you want to call it. He's a bit more so on the older side, right? So with that, like a bell curve would be going down now. So I got him potential-wise as a B. So that's kind of why I got each one more as a C, because I feel as if, so with that, JJ obviously, do I have to say this shit? I'm going to keep saying it. He's a 3-point marksman, I guess, right? A sniper, he's a professional, right? At what he does. He's not only one of the best 3-point shooters in the league, potentially one of the best 3-point shooters of all time.
He'd be up there for sure. I don't think anyone would argue that.
Yeah. So, so with that, he's extremely important to, our team's success this season. He's been injured for the past, few stretch of games. Like
almost a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah, almost like when the season was on, that is, right? But with that, though, we were missing him. We were missing him hard. We could have won some games in which if we had him. Anyways, apart from that, he also even had that, clutch game winner versus Sacramento. Yeah. So, anyways, apart from that, the thing is, I just want to say that, JJ is a veteran, is a professional, and he's been, he's not only good for us on the court, he's in the locker room too. Saying the culture with Drew, he's, one of the veterans, that's why I've got him as an A+. He's really, really important, not only for our team, but even last season with Philly, I reckon he was a pretty important piece for them. But yeah, man. Apart from that, defense not maybe the greatest, but what do you reckon, James?
I've got similar criticism / ratings. So I've got him as an A for valuableness.
Yeah.
He's seeing 26 minutes, getting 15 points, so he's not probably in that tier for A+ for me. But I agree with what you said. We really, really missed him when he got injured, just because he would contribute off the bench, and during that stretch that he was away, our bench just went cold and they just weren't collecting points. So we definitely needed JJ. Potential-wise, again, he's one of the older guys. He's definitely not washed up, but he's definitely one of the older guys.
Yeah.
B+. So again, elite 3-point shooting, these are the good things about him. Elite 3-point shooting, he's got very good off-ball movement, and he just brings this gravity where he just draws defenders to him and he opens up the court. Two things to work on would be just defense and passing. So I think those, if he could get better at those things, he would be like an A+. Potentially ST, but yeah, definitely one of the best signings we made this offseason.
Yeah, and the last thing I want to say about JJ Redick, a very interesting fact for everyone listening and yourself and myself, his real name, what JJ even stands for, Jonathan Clay Redick. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's quite interesting, yeah. But apart from JJ Redick, now we're getting into the very, very end section of this entire, section of this entire roster at a fucking glance, my ass, 15 minutes later, right?
We spent way too much time on Corona.
Yeah, we did. But
these guys are the top 5 guys that have the most minutes played. So Josh Hart is the next guy on the list. He comes off the bench, but he plays almost 27
But he
minutes.
has had some games where he's on the starting lineup.
That ends up being more than JJ and more than Derek Favors, who
in terms of minutes.
But for me, I've got him both as a B for valuableness and for potential.
Yeah.
To be honest, the valuableness might be a bit harsh at the moment. He's a great hustle player. He's been getting us a lot of boards throughout the season. One of his most recent games, he collected 19 and 12.
Shout out.
19 points, 12 rebounds.
On his birthday.
His birthday game. He gives us good 3-point shooting and sometimes clutch 3-point shooting.
That's true.
But man, talk about inconsistent. Because the game after that, how many points did he score again?
What, 0?
1.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Oh yeah.
1 point, 4 boards.
Yeah.
5 boards. Minus 16 plus minus.
Yeah.
1 of 2 from 3 throws. It was shocking. And almost almost 27 minutes or something, it was on the floor.
Man just partied hard way too much.
So just super inconsistent, which he needs to work on. And then it just matches up a bit poorly against bigger forwards, bigger small forwards. So, we saw him go up against LeBron and try to defend him. Yeah, no chance. So I've got him as both as B.
Yeah, that's true. Talking about that LeBron thing, like obviously Josh Hart, we know him for missing the handshakes and all that shit throughout the NBA. But yeah, there's that other thing. When the last time we versed the Lakers, LeBron's crotch going,
the dunk.
pretty much, posterizing the shit out of fucking Josh Hart, and then what's it called Rihanna.
Yeah.
Shorty, if you listen, holla. Pelbros.com, pelbrospodcast@gmail.com. Hit me up. Rihanna, girl, you know who it is, right? Anyways, apart from that, what's it called? Not Jonathan Clay, fucking Josh Hart, sorry. Bad girl Riri, right, on Instagram. She's just been like, "Oh, is Josh Hart is Hart like alright?" And then after that, what Josh Hart did, he printed that on a fucking jumper, on a hoodie, and wore that to a game. That's quite. I'm just saying, that's cool. That's cool.
I respect that.
But apart from that, man, I pretty much agree with a lot of your shit. Quite inconsistent, but he is probably one of the better rebounding guards in the league. You know what I mean? Is he a guard? Would you call him a guard?
I put him as a guard, small forward.
I'd say
just because we're undermanned. I feel like traditionally, if we had probably a more traditional small forward or bigger small forward, he'd probably play shooting guard, but he fills into that small forward role for us.
Fair enough. So but apart from that, he can give us, let's say, small man though. He's a bit of he's not a big man. So apart from that, he can give us a lot of double games, 10-10s. That's fucking solid. But in terms of his valuables to our team, I'd give him a B+. In terms of his potential, B+, potentially an A, but I doubt the A. I'd say most of the B+.
He just needs to get more consistent.
The only kind of thing about that is because, he is still part of that young Lakers crew that came in the AD trade, right? So the other two boys want to keep balling out. Josh Hart want to kind of do the same. So if he can be consistent, and that's the thing, as much as Kenrich Williams is hustle and energy, Josh Hart is pretty much almost that. He's hustle, energy, and more. Sometimes he's hitting the fucking clutch threes.
And he's better at threes as well.
So that's the thing.
That's a good point.
That's what I'm trying to say. So he actually has a lot of, he can do a lot for his team. So if he can keep consistent, work on his game on the off season, and keep up with the other young Lakers core, I could see a B+, then shaving an A. But let's leave it at that with Josh Hart. Let's talk to the newcomer of this roster, the very notorious, infamous Zion Williamson. Hey, there you go. I've got a big I got a lot of shit to write here, but I got a lot of shit to say here. But my main kind of thing, I'm just gonna go straight into it.
Go for it.
Valuableness to the fucking team. All right, guys, ready for this? S+.
Shit.
S+.
Adding a plus to the
S+. All right. Potential. S+, obviously. So why I say this? Obviously, I'm saying Jackson Hayes was a beast before. Jackson Hayes he's a beast, but Zion is a fucking beast. Zion's a fucking beast, man. I mean, what can I say about this guy that I haven't already said already, right? This guy is one of the heaviest, if not the second heaviest person in the entire NBA league. Yeah, look at his like footwork. I think back in high school he was playing the PG guard position and shit. It's because of that he's actually got decent handles. Maybe not handles, but he's a good passer. He's a decent passer.
He's got decent handles.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say obviously we already know about Zion. This guy is an unstoppable force. That's the best way to say it, right? Chuck him the ball, he's gonna hook it up. What has it been, like 15, 19 games? I can't remember how long it's been with him. But yeah, he's already been giving us at least 20 points a game, 20 to 25, I'd say, within that range. Sometimes he's even been killing at 30 points too. And this is also against like elite tier NBA big men, you know what I mean? So apart from that though, so obviously it's like what I'm trying to say though with Zion is that he is the hype and more, you know what I mean? And I can see him being obviously the superstar of this fucking like league, of this generation, and obviously of our fucking team, you know? So that's obviously why I got him as S+. But apart from that, the only kind of thing, and a little note on that, is that I could see him as a potential cornerstone, like, you know, of the New Orleans Pelicans' first ever championship.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely going to be the next at least 5 years. Or however long.
I'd say like 10 plus. I'd say a decade or so.
I mean, if we keep winning, we'll stay.
Yeah.
But he's definitely the cornerstone of the franchise.
Yeah, because what I'm going to say, apart from the championship, if not championship, and that's cool, 100% cornerstone of our contentionship. You know what I mean? Like, we will be scary. You know what I mean? We may get it, we may not. I don't want to jinx it. But my only kind of thing I want to say about him, before I chuck it over to your ass, is that he does have a lot of fucking rookie errors. You know, like, that's what's trying to, I'm not too sure if I want to talk about the handles, because a lot of times he's, you know, got great hands and then just fucking turnover. You know what I mean? And I've seen that so many fucking times. Possible design, turnover. You know, so that's why I feel as if he just needs to develop on his game a bit. Obviously, he's been sitting out for the majority of the fucking season. A lot of rookie errors, just need to clean it up. But yeah, apart from that.
So I've got him similar, but I didn't put a plus or minus on my S tier rankings.
Yeah.
So I've got him as both S. So, you know, offensive rebounding, and it's guaranteed 20 to 25 points every game on super great efficiency.
Yeah.
So he's got, again, quick first dribble, great footwork, so he beats a lot of big men. And he's also just stronger than a lot of big men. And then he's also, his second jump is what kind of, you know, propels him beyond other styles of big men play. So he's kind of got that Charles Barkley style of just being super athletic. So,
and like a natural instinct for the rebound too.
Yeah, exactly.
Going off that.
Just because of how high and quick he jumps as well.
Yeah.
And again, similar to what you said, he needs to improve drastically on his defense, his fitness.
Free throws too, actually.
His free throws and then his fitness. Just because sometimes it just looks like his fitness will come with his defense and vice versa, right? So if he can get more fit, he can play better defense for sure. I think that's pretty straightforward. I don't think we need to go on any more than that.
We pretty much agree on Zion with that. Next up, obviously, coming at third place with total minutes played for us, Mr. Lonzo Ball, Mr. Ball. So what I had him in terms of valuableness to our team, this might be a bit controversial. I had him at an S-, if not S.
Yeah, well, I've got him at A+.
A+, yeah, fair enough.
So, I mean, I could see him in ST and I completely understand it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want to be handing out STs
fair enough.
Oprah or something. So
yeah.
I'm going to give him A+.
Fair enough. And then apart from that, with his potential, I had him as an S. His potential. Yeah. So, yeah, man, like, the thing is that in terms of valuableness to the fucking team, Zoe runs the offense for us, you know what I mean? So, he's what can I say? He's a floor general. And
that's the exact same thing.
Yeah, and with Zion returning, the chemistry before he got Zion got injured, and now, you know what I mean? It's like not even started, you know what I mean? We haven't even seen it yet. We've got Zoe already throwing, you know, like touchdown passes, like Hail Mary passes from one side of the court, just getting an easy bucket for us. And that's been happening at least once a game. Imagine we do that how many times? That could be happening 10 times a game at least. You know what I mean? Like, that's not even the point. It's not even about the touchdown pass. It's just that it's just something that hasn't even, like, it's such, like, it hasn't even been, it's like a shell that hasn't even been opened, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, he's only just coming here. Sometimes he's been having those crazy stretches of, like, 20-point games. Sometimes going crazy hot from three, which he was lately before
the break. He's been super hot from three. And that's an improvement, and I think that shows that he's managed to improve. So that definitely says a lot to his potential.
Yeah, and and also obviously he's got crazy assist, and that's obviously with Zion coming too. That's good. And like I said, the periods of 20-point games, the 20-point games. The only kind of thing I also do want to add in there is that he's got pretty good defense too. I'd say, you know, I love to see when it was Drew and Zoe in the backcourt versus CJ and what's his face?
Dame.
And Dame. That was sick. I love to see that. And we locked them up.
I had the exact same thing here as well.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. So with that, I've said this before, almost triple doubles a game he gets pretty much for this guy. Oh,
same thing.
Exactly? Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Well, there you go. And apart from that, though, my only kind of thing is that, is he necessarily better than Steph Curry? Who knows? Could he be? Who knows? Sky's the limit with this guy. That's what I'll say. What about you? Any other kind of things you want to chuck in there?
Pretty much very similar. So valuableness, I had him as A+. So again, could put him in the S tier, but I'm going to give him A+. I know he's been hot, but I don't want to kind of just jump the gun. Potential, I've got him as A+. So why I don't have him as an S tier for potential is just because he's had a couple years in the league now. I think almost 3.
Yeah.
And he just needs to work on the free throws, which is the biggest one, and then also just driving to the rim a lot more. So when he plays aggressive like that, it opens up the space in the floor. But the problem with that is that he hasn't developed a layup game or an offensive game at the rim. So I think those two components of free throws, driving to the rim, need to go hand in hand, because if he drives more to the rim, he's going to get fouled more. He needs to collect those points. So I have the exact same things to do. Floor general, best passer in our team.
Yeah,
and
sure.
To me, he has the potential to average a triple-double.
Yeah.
So again, potential could be an S tier, but I'll put it at A+ at the moment just because there's still a lot of things he needs to work on.
Yeah, apart from that, I wanted to also mention, do you reckon he has All-Star potential? Could he join the All-Star one time in his career?
So I think he can, but just considering how stacked the West is,
exactly,
as well as our team, so let's say if Zion and BI were looking at All-Stars, it's super hard to have 3-4 All-Stars from the same team these days. I mean, back then, maybe in 2015, when they had the whole Hawks roster, 4 of them on the All-Star team.
Yeah.
But these days, it's a lot more difficult just because of how stacked the positions are. So I think there's potential, but the way I see it, you'd have to edge out guys due to injury or...
Yeah, it's a lot of kind of like politics and logistics.
Or due to slumps.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we'd have a good enough record to have 3 All-Stars in the team.
That's true.
But I think we mostly agree.
I agree with that in terms of All-Star potential. Like, he could potentially.
It's a good question.
But I think in terms about what I was going to say about him is that I feel as if he could play at an All-Star level, definitely. But he might not necessarily get it.
If you look at the 2 weeks that he played right before the suspension, and he took that 2 weeks and turned it into a season, that's All-Star level.
Yeah.
Plus BI playing out like that, that's All-Star level guaranteed. Zion playing like that, I reckon that'd be All-Star level.
That's playoffs. That's like
you'd have to do that over
conference
82
finals.
games. You have to do that 82 games, not 7.
Yeah, true. Which is what we fucking love to do here at New Orleans Pelicans. Anyways,
and we love our hot takes. So.
Yeah. Man, yes, I started off with Lonzo. I'm going to tell you. You tell me about the next person on our list. Mr. B.I., Mr. Brandon Ingram. What'd you have for him, man?
So Brandon Ingram's our next player. He's averaging...
The second most minutes.
Second most played. Averaging 34.3 minutes as our starting small forward. Massive improvement over the past season when he was on the Lakers. So in contention for MIP and All-Star this year. Valuableness, again, I didn't have pluses or minuses on my S tiers, so I got him at S. Obviously the highest for me, and the potential S, just straight up, because I can see him getting better. So he's already improved almost, I think, 8 points per game. He's improved his rebounding, his passing. He's a pure scorer, can shoot from mid-range, from threes, can drive to the rim. So he's got a whole offensive package and a game. I think the defense he can improve on. He's tall, but he's super lanky. So I think if he can put on a bit of weight, that would improve his defense. But and I think his passing has a lot of potential. So he's not the greatest passer, but he has good vision. So he just needs to work on executing those passes. Maybe work with Lonzo and Jim a bit more.
Yeah.
How can I throw these behind the back passes and no look passes and things like that? And just kind of work on improving that. But straightforward for me. SS. Future All-Star for years to come.
That's true. Pretty much on the same page as you. I had him at S+ in terms of valuableness to the team right now. Potential, I gave Zion an S+. I'll give this guy, BI has done enough to get an S+ too. But I do have him maybe a little bit in the potential, and he's an S2 S+, if that makes sense. Not an S+, but I will give him an S+, just because BI is a G, and as much as I like Zion and showed that, BI is a G. That's what I can say.
I think just because the timelines are fit for these guys to kind of dominate the league for the next few years.
Yeah.
So you may as well give him S+ a long time.
Yeah, exactly. I'm probably going to give him S+ too, to be honest. And man, he's been killing it for us this season, right? Man, that's the thing. Obviously, the same as Lonzo, been in the game been in the league for a couple of years. But now
we've seen that improvement. That's the thing. That's what I like about him.
Yeah, he's come to our fucking team, and he in every single like stat that is good, he's improved on. Right. So
24 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists on 50% shooting. Is it 45% shooting from the field? So pretty impressive.
And
Sorry, keep going.
So but apart from that, though, so obviously this guy wants to learn. He's like not even wants to learn. Like he is learning. He's only getting better. I think he had that blood clot injury off season, so he didn't even have as much time as he could have to work on his game. So think about how much better this guy's going to get after this next coming off season. Even right now during the suspension, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. The crazy thing also, I mean, again, the suspension might change things up, but last year he actually had a massive improvement after All-Star break. So I think he was averaging 20 points after All-Star break. So, I mean, if we were still continuing the season, we could have seen a whole new BI in this All-Star break period. He was on a bit of a slump before we suspended, but potential's up there.
But I guess that's just more so finding. It's not necessarily slump. I'd say more so just finding the right kind of fit with Zion and shit like that, so they could both coexist. But there were 3 games they actually did, so that's good. Apart from that, the reason why also he is how valuable he is to the team right now. Fucking, he's the most fucking valuable to the team right now. You know, like right now, this season.
In reality,
we would have not been anywhere at all this season. If we would be as worse as the Cavs or New York Knicks if it wasn't for Mr. BI. We'd be in hard contention with Golden State Warriors right now. You know, like we wouldn't be in the playoff race if it wasn't for BI. And that's like, obviously everyone. It's a team effort, guys. But let's be real, it's fucking BI. So. Obviously, he's worked his way up to become an All-Star this season, so congratulations to him. And exactly the same thoughts as you. My kind of thing about him is that, many more All-Star games to come. But my kind of thing with him is like how I see his game developing is, imagine this, like how, like his potential, right? He could become, I guess this becomes a more, like this like solidifies why it's S+ for me. He could become KD, but... not a bitch cunt. You know what I mean? Like, not like a fucking getting salty on the burners and shit like that. You know, just a cold, straight killer KD. You know, that is amazing. That would be amazing. We had that on a fucking team with Zion.
If he could even get close to KD level, which he almost is, like he's close to there.
Yeah,
man, future star for years to come.
Exactly.
I definitely agree.
So that's what I'm trying to say. That's why, honestly, man, I almost feel ashamed to myself for even thinking of just leaving his potential as S. Nah, man, he's S+, bro. I'm just getting too hyped up about Zion and shit.
S+, S minus, S, it'll all be the same.
All right. I just feel bad about that. All right, last one we got is the OG of all OGs, the veteran. Probably, you would agree he's a favorite player too of the team?
Easily my favorite player.
Yeah, so both
all
of the
time
favorite player. So both of the Pelbros favorite player of the New Orleans Pelicans, Mr.
Jrue Holiday, baby.
Hey.
So firstly, I just want to quickly... I know there's been a lot of hate for Jrue Holiday, a lot of criticism, which is completely merited. But a lot of people, asking when are we going to trade him? I remember seeing stuff like, I think the Pelicans NBA Insta posted like Jrue doing the push-ups with his daughter.
Yeah.
And then some guy comes on and comments, so when are we going to trade him? Like, completely unrelated. That's just hate.
Dude, it's his daughter.
I want to say fuck those guys.
Yeah, that's true.
Drew's my boy, and he's been a cornerstone for the Pelicans franchise for ages. All these bandwagoner fans coming on. Oh, we're going to trade Jrue. When are we going to trade Jrue?
Yeah, it's all about Zion.
Shut the fuck up.
It's all about Lonzo. It's all about PI.
But the vet, averaging the most minutes for this season, 34.9 minutes per game, averaging 19 points on 5 rebounds, 7 assists, which is actually crazy. I'm actually shocked by. I thought he was averaging less than that.
Yeah.
How valuable are they to the team? So, for me, I've got him at A+.
Yeah.
Honestly, could put him in S tier again as well.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put him at A+ because I think Lonzo's game is kind of similar. He doesn't have as many offensive capabilities as Jrue, but it's similar in terms of the passing. He'll eat up the stat sheet.
Yeah.
Kind of the jack of all trades for both of them. That's why I've got him at the A+, so similar to Lonzo. Again, this is Jrue again. He gets stats all across the board. He's easily our best defender on the team.
Yeah,
so he switches on multiple positions. And there was an interesting snippet from the JJ Reddick podcast that they did there where JJ was saying that Drew's one of the only players who they have a defensive scheme where they say like 1 to 3, or 1 to 4, 1 to 5. And that essentially just means whether you switch onto your small forward, guard, the power forward, the center. And JJ was saying that Drew is one of the only guys who knows that switches from 1 to 5, which means you can play on all players. And we've seen that. He switched on to K-Love, made K-Love his bloody son.
Bitch. Oh, right.
Son. You didn't use that word.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
And then lastly, he can be clutch, but again, and we understand this, he can be inconsistent. So we're not blind, we're not just biased, we're not super biased, but he has shown he can be clutch with the past couple of seasons, and I think we've got to give him the respect.
Yeah, the respect. Yeah.
So
because if anyone has walked the walk in this team, it's Drew. It's been Drew. Yeah.
So again, A+ to have valuable, but potential-wise, he's getting up there in age. I think he's 29 or 30. It's been at the club for a couple of seasons now. Got him at B+.
Fair enough.
So I know that the reason why I got him at B+, and I think it could be A, is that I know he can play at like an all-NBA defensive level. Yeah. We haven't seen that consistently. We've seen snippets of it. So if he can claw back to that, his potential is definitely like an A.
Yeah.
B+. What did you
No, man. Okay, in terms of his valuableness to the team right now, it's the exact same boat as you, A+. Potential, B+ too.
Yeah,
obviously,
obviously
because he's on the, he's getting a bit older in his age and shit, but he can still be a solid player. Because you're saying he's, the best defender in our team, might be the best fucking defending guard.
Yeah,
in the
one of the best defending guards. Top 3.
Yeah, top 3 of the entire league. So with that, if he can solidify what he already does and become more consistent, he could definitely be, because he is right now 100% one of, if not the most underrated player in the fucking league, as it is, right? I guess especially when it comes to guards too. So with that though, his potential. I don't see. I wouldn't put it as an A.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think B+ is fair.
Yeah, B+.
Knowing that he can play at a slightly better level and more consistently, but at the same time, we're not expecting him to average 30 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. That's just not his game. So I think B+ is fair.
Yeah. My entire thing about the potential too is because obviously coming into the season, David Griffin be hyping it up, for being like MVP caliber of Drew and shit. And, it hasn't been quite the MVP caliber Drew, which is alright. That's what I'm trying to say. It's all about the consistency to that issue. So, because there has been periods in which we see fucking the MVP caliber Drew come out. So that's why a B+ is really kind of solid. Because if he can be more consistent, or if he can even actually have more of those MVP level kind of games, that'd be amazing for us. Apart from that though, obviously we're talking about his defense and shit. He is, as much as maybe Lonzo is the floor general in terms of running the offense, we could say Drew Holiday is the fucking general, is the person that sets the tone when it comes to defense.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, in the entire team. So he is definitely extremely important important and valuable to this team. A+ in terms of his valuableness to the team, and just a B+ for his potential. Obviously, take into consideration his age. So yeah, wow, that actually went much longer than we were expecting. A glance, quote unquote. Yeah.
If you've managed to listen this far, then respect and appreciate it. But that's basically our.
And we were thinking about doing something else too. Yeah, that special thing is later, guys. That's delayed.
This could have just been one without the coronavirus stuff.
Yeah. Wow.
That was good. I think that was really enjoyable.
Dude, no, because you guys can hear probably the cars. Maybe you guys heard the birds outside and shit like that before. Basically, it's got my window outside, right? And obviously, your boy Ryan DW living in the ghetto, straight out of town, baby. Anyways, so I've got helicopters, I got army, I've got every single distraction you can imagine right outside my window. And obviously, we're in Sydney, Australia. It is hot as fucking tits, So we're fucking dying. Both of us are fucking sweating right now. And we're like, dude, when does this podcast finish? This is our longest episode yet, dude. 118. And this is the off season. But you know what?
Yeah, but that was good. I think
it's good. I really enjoy that. We should do more of these kind of.
That was actually really fun.
Not necessarily off topic, but off season kind of play around with the game discussion.
Yeah, completely agree. But if you've managed to listen to this far, peeps, the big props. Thanks for that. Hit us up with your feedback. Yeah. Tell us what you think. Do you disagree? Agree? Anything that you want to call us out on, where we're wrong, where you think we're right. These are all just our opinion. These are subjective. We're not saying that these are 100%.
Yeah, this is
the right.
Yeah, the will of the Lord or whatever.
But those are just our thoughts, and Yeah, I think that was really good. Should we just?
So I was gonna
wrap
say,
it up?
I was gonna say
So
wrap it
we're
up.
on for
Yeah,
50 minutes.
wrap it up. If you just watch this entire freaking or listen to this entire thing, obviously you can find us on the Pelbros Podcast, right? This is a little snippet. This is a little discussion topic of the entire Pelbros Podcast, episode 7, right? Lucky number 7, man. pelbrospodcast@gmail.com for all business inquiries, for all, whatever you want to send me.
Feedback, anything.
CV. We're hiring. Fucking send us your resume and shit. Maybe I will find a job for you guys. Apart from that, pelbros.com. We're official now. We're
Check
on
out the website. Check out the website.
It's pimping. It's alright on mobile, but it's even fucking better on the PC, on your desktop, on your Mac, whatever. Check it out. Apart from that, Instagram. You already know how it is. We're blowing the fuck up on Instagram, son. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Ryan DW does not lie to you. James, do you lie to them too, man? You don't lie to them either.
No, I don't. I'm truthful.
Do you agree to the statement, sir, that the Instagram is currently blowing the fuck up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're blowing up.
We're blowing up.
Follow us there. You get the most updates. You get great content outside of the episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, shorter, easier to digest content, but check us out. Instagram.
Yeah. And apart from that, obviously you can find us on Spotify, Podcasts, every fucking
Podcast,
thing.
Deezer, YouTube.
Just whatever. Just fucking find it.
Pick your
just type
poison.
it. Just type Pelbros, and you'll find it, right?
If you search Pelbros on Google, we come up everywhere.
Pretty much. We international. Apart from that, the last thing to push in there, the YouTube. I think the YouTube.
Check out the YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube for like a bit more like shorter clips, because not everyone wants to listen to a whole fucking 1 hour 20 fucking episode, for fuck's sake.
End it.
Okay, but we're ending it right now because we did not expect it to go this long. But wait, but give me a handshake because this is the what do you call it? The longest episode.
Coronavirus.
Okay, give me the elbow thing.
Alright.
Because this is cheers because we have just done the longest episode in
Pelbros history.
Yeah, Pelbros history. So cheers, man. There you go. All right.
Pelbros checking out. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, Pelbros checking the fuzzle out. All right, peace. Later.